Hi and welcome to another Type with me. This week I want to introduce you to the Qwik framework. So if you go to the website, you see here that we have a framework reimagined for the Edge. It's very promising because they are saying that how to remove 99% of JavaScript from the main thread. And they are saying that they only send the JavaScript to the client if they really need it, right? So you have in the past the classic server-side rendering where the JavaScript code that has been written for the client will also render on the server. But in this case, it will optimize it to see what's really needed on the client. He will only render that on the server, and all the rest that's needed for the client will be sent to the client. If you then go to another page, it will request other code and then go and grab that for so you see here it will have reduced rendering, zero loading, resumable, lazy loading, code once, scalability, and you know React, you know Qwik. That's also a very great thing. It's built on top of JSX, so a lot of people in the front-end world knows how to work with JSX, so I think that's a very great thing. Here you see that it uses component and then use store. So we can in use store just add state, in this case a count of 0, and then very easily create something to click on, and then indeed it will increase your count and of course your front-end application as well. So if we go and scroll a little bit higher up, you will see that it has tutorials. It has also a playground. So if we go to the playground, for example, it will just create a Hello Qwik application. You see here that we have an entry of the server render to swing a root. And then of course we have our root.tsx, which is Hello Qwik. And then our application, right? So this is the real minimum of a Qwik application right here. And just create something like this, our server-side rendering module. You have some diagnostics, symbols, client bundles. So again, if I just change this to then of course this will change. What I changed right here within root.tsx is something in the title, of course, and then in this playground you don't gonna see it right there, what's the end result of it, but here you can put a lot of things that only will be rendered on the server. Again, I see a lot of familiar things with server-side rendering there. Like I said, they promise that it's a little bit of a new or another kind of thing, but I think it has a lot of similarities with React.js and also with next.js, right? So now let's install our Qwik application. We can very easily do that with npm create, and then with npm create it has some kind of wizard that goes through it and helps us along the way. So in this regard I want to just change it. I just use something like type with me. That's the application that I want to do. I say basic application, or you can just go for documentation side. So here an app with routing built in. It's recommended. Here you have a basic start point to build a documentation site with Qwik, and here create a reusable Qwik component library. I don't know if you really want to have a component library. I think it's better to go for a documentation site if you want to couple it to CMS, right? Or if you want to go for the basic app. So in this regard, I'm going for a basic app. It has routing built in to it, so it's also been recommended. So let's go for that. Then I say, okay, let's install it. But we have some problems with installing it, right? Now, if we go and see what he generates for us, you see here that we have a package.json, right? And in that package.json, you see here that it uses TypeScript, VD, and ESBuild. But ESBuild is not been in there right here, but it's been used under the hood. And I also had a tutorial how to override npm packages from npm packages. So we're going to do that. So here, first of all, we're going to say that we want to use the ESBuild wasm, the latest one, right? And then we are going to say that we want to have an override of ESBuild, and there we want to say npm ESBuild-wasm at latest to use that under the hood. If you want to know more about npm overrides, I have a video tutorial around that. It really helps if you are depending of something and that package is depending of something else and it has vulnerabilities into it. Well, you want to fix that, right? And with npm overrides you can do so. Again, I'm gonna use it like this. Now if we want to go with that, I can go to type with me and then npm install, and you will see that he just installs everything correctly. Then we can do npm run dev to run our application, and then we're just gonna view it and see what's going on there. I'm also going to show you a little bit the structure of a Qwik framework. I'm not going to change it because then, yeah, this tutorial or this video will take too long and I don't want to go too deep into it. I think a great feature is just show you what it does, a little bit initiate you around what Qwik can do for you. It's like I said, using heavily ESX, so if you have React knowledge you can very easily go and use it. Like I said before, it has a source, then you have your components, your routes, and then you have your entry. You have your entry .dev.tsx. It just doesn't use server-side rendering. You have your preview, you have your server-side rendering, your root.ts, right there. Like you see here, it uses ESX. And in your routes, you have here your index.tsx, right? Then you have your layout.tsx, where you have your main, your header, your sections, your footer, right? You have your service worker, of course, that we can use and can have for our advantages. Then you have /flower, and then you have your index.tsx, right? Where we have here our state, where we can do use store, right? And then we can very easily adapt a little bit of that. And then here we have our components, we have our header, our icons, and our router head. Also has some JSX where we have our title, our links, and so on. So fairly easy to go with. Here are routes and then our pages. Something that's quite familiar from other front-end frameworks, in my opinion. Now we can do npm run dev. Oh, I made a mistake. npm run dev, right? And you'll see also that it has hot reload, I guess. I can test it out. It's not that kind of difficult to test it out, of course. So now you see here that we have a URL. Then you can very easily go to that URL, right? And then of course, when I click on blow my mind, you come here to this page. You see here we have /flower. That was the route that we wanted to go to. It's really great. It's using CSS with some kind of rotation CSS, right? With transform, rotate, Z to make this kind of effect. You can dive a little bit deeper into it. It's indeed nice that the creators made this kind of example there. Again, if I want to go to the main index, then you will see here I come back to the main index, and then again I can go to blow my mind, and you come to this page very instantly. So maybe I want to add something to the flower page, so I'm gonna do that. Let's see. Alright, here I have my div, and then I can say hello flower, something like that, right? I'm gonna save it, and normally it should pick this up, so I'm curious if it picks it up. It uses hot reload, but I don't see the, oh, I see the text right here, hello flower, so it uses hot reload, right? So if you want to play around with it, it has a playground. Just go and mess around with the playground a little bit, and then of course if you say okay, I want to use it, just fast prototype with it and see if it fits your needs. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you think this is cool and you want to use it yourself. Then yeah, why not? It's a new kit on the block that it's very coming into my radar, and yeah, we'll see how it goes further, if it's really going to be a contender of next.js, for example. That's something that the future will hold and that I don't know yet, but if we don't cover it, yeah, you also can't discover it and can play around with that, right? So thank you very much. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and if you are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and you will have more videos of these ones, right? Thank you very much. See you next time.